I think your mic is muted.
Okay, yeah, it is. I'm coming. I want to just check something now and tell them to join in.
Okay.
Okay, so they've started coming. They've started coming. Hello, everyone. Mr. Benga is here. Just give us like 1 minute for other people to join in, please. Hello, I think we can start. I can't see your camera. I really don't know
You
what's
can't
happening.
you can't see my camera. Just hold on, please. This thing is telling me network. Can you see my camera now? Can you see my camera now? Wow, what's happening?
Can you all hear me? Okay, yes, they can hear you. I think you can start sharing your screen now and you can start the presentation.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Adebiyi, and I'm happy to be here today. I'd like to share some things you've heard before and some things you've not heard before. Uh, I'd like to use this opportunity to share them. So first things first, starting this session, one of the things I would implore everybody here today is that I want you to be here with an open mind. Now, the number one thing you need to really grasp everything I'm going to be talking about is that just have an open mind. You might see things you've not seen before, you might hear things you've not heard before, but just have an open mind on them. Yeah, so that's one thing. One thing I will implore everybody to have today. Okay. Yep. Okay. So um, I believe you can all see my screen. Somi, can you guys see my right? I need I need to know if you can see my screen. Let me see. Yep, yep, yep. Can you guys see my screen? Let me see. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about how to get unlimited clients as a freelancer. It's as I said at the beginning, I want you to open your mind. You will hear some things you've heard before, then you would hear some other things you've not heard before. But I want you to really, really, I want you to open your mind so that you can learn. If there's one thing you're going to take away from this, be ready to learn and be ready to see the things that you will be able to apply from this. So first of all, about me, my name is Gbenga Adebiyi, as I've said, and currently popularly known as Proud Teacher. So what does Proud Teacher means? It means that I'm very proud of my students, and I'm very proud of the things I've been able to create. That's Proud Teacher. That's the term Proud Teacher. I've been able to create, and you're going to see now. So I started freelancing 2015. That's about 9 years now, close to 9 years now, and for 8 years plus, I've been able to train more than 30,000 people. And why 30,000? How did it get to 30,000? It was because of the pandemic. So the pandemic created a lot of people were interested in learning freelancing. They wanted to know what freelancing was about. So and I was attending sessions. I went to TVC. I went everywhere and anywhere to teach freelancing and remote work. I even created an academy. I created freelancing communities, and my students have been able to earn more than this is me being conservative, about $10 million, and I'm going to show you how. Basically, as I said, that's why I said at the beginning, I need you to open your mind. Be ready to learn, be ready to see things you've not heard before. Now, my mission is to create 1,000 youths that earn at least $100,000 every year. African youths, and I've been able to do that for most of youths, right? Like for a lot of youth. Let me just put it that way. So yeah. Now, so why should you listen to me? Now, some of my student testimonial. If you see some of my student testimonial, this is Peter. Peter is one of my best students. Peter went from, as you see, Peter went from $1,000 as a freelancer. He went from zero. He met me. He went from zero. Then from zero, he went to 1,000. From 1,000, he went to 800,000. Last month, Peter shared with me how I was able to make about 120,000 plus in 1 year. As I said, open your mind. Right now, Peter does about $3,500 every week, and I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you how. Yeah, this happens. Then I have another student. His name is Sam. Sam currently does $6,000 every month. Now, I'm going to be mentioning dollars a whole lot. We'll do the conversion, but I'm mentioning dollars because in freelancing, you're mostly paid in USD. So please pardon me if I'm using dollars to talk, please. But I will explain how you too can have that same dollars in your own pocket. So let's talk about Sam. I met Sam on Twitter. If you look at his name, I even put Twitter there on my phone. So I met Sam on Twitter. Right now, Sam does about $6,000 every month, and he was able to earn $30,000 last year, 2022. So if you see, this is Twitter. This is how Sam met me. Sam met me on the 27th of January. He told me he's been following me. He need help. He's a freelancer. He see if you can notice here. If you notice here, if you read on the right hand side, it tells me I go months without making any money. This month I made small money. I used to. He was messaging me. If you look at the time, around 1 a.m. and I had slept off and I answered him. So I just told him, Sam, get my course, and the rest they say is history. Then let's talk about Ola. Ola too is one of my top students. Ola has been able to also do, more than enough for himself. This is some of the earnings Ola has been able to do for himself. And if you look at this, if you read some of the things Ola said, I want you to pay attention to the right hand side, where Ola said he's been able to relocate with his wife to the UK. The money he made from freelancing, yeah. So, and how did he start? He started from a contract. If you look at this is how it started for Ola. Ola got a contract. He was happy. He was encouraged. Ola went through a phase where he did not get jobs, but right now he has a job. He has contracts, and he's been able to build wealth from it. Now I also have another student from Ile-Ife. This is a student. He's a student. He's my student, but he's also a student in OAU. And if you can look, Ile-Ife. That's why I pointed at his. Ola got a contract. at his location. That's why I pointed at his location. If you can see, okay, I was hearing myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, so his name is Fifi. His English name is Victor. So Victor is from.
Sorry for interrupting
That's why I pointed at
you,
his location. If you can
but
see.
okay, yes, your screen is showing now. Your screen was not showing before, but now we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, so I was hearing myself. Were you able to see everything I said before? Please just use WhatsApp. Use WhatsApp to message me in case you have, so that we don't disrupt this session. So my WhatsApp phone is in front of me. So Sonny, if you have anything, if there's any alert, just notify me. Your WhatsApp is in my front. I'll be able to see it immediately. But I believe you can all see my screen right now. So please, okay, let me continue. So as I said, Victor is, he is a student in Ile-Ife. He's been able to make more than 70K for himself, a young boy in his 20s. I was playing around Victor's profile, and I saw how Victor was able to make about 50 something thousand from one client. And I shared it on my social media yesterday for those who might know or might know someone that knows me. And what inspired me most about that is that if you look at his profile, I've always had the belief, or people used to come to me and tell me, "Oh, it's until I have a US account I can make plenty money. It's not if I because if I have Nigerian account." So Victor from Ile-Ife is able to do this. It means that's no excuse. Now I also have other students too, Adams, Tim, Toby, who was able to do this for himself. Now I'm showing you all this so that you should be able to pay attention to the things I'm about to tell you, so that you can listen to me. Now, I have a whole lot of people, but let's just skip that. Now, everybody I've been showing you so far has been guys. Now, I also have ladies too. I have ladies like Motun. Motun has been able to. Motun was even used by Upwork as a Motu was using Upwork Investors Report. I have Oluwatoni. I have Abisoye. Like these are people that have been able to go from where they are to, from nothing to be able to make for things for themselves. I have Abisola. I have Temitayo. Temitayo's story is even is a very special one in the sense that Temitayo got the course. She abandoned the course. She just decided to take it up, and she took it up on Saturday. She got her first job on a Tuesday in 3 days, and it was a full-time remote job. Like you can see, full-time for her first ever gig per month, every month. So also Abisola got a full-time role. They were even going. So if you see the contract, Abisola shared the contract with me. Yeah, it also comes with performance bonus. If she meets some performance, she gets an extra money. Yeah. So, and basically, if you notice some of the things, some of the testimonials I've shared, they are related to Upwork. They are tied to Upwork, even though some are not Upwork. But most of the testimonials I shared tied to Upwork. So it's not just Upwork alone. I've had students who have been able to make money from Fiverr. I've had students. So Susan from Fiverr, she's top level two, all from Fiverr. I should see. Thank you, Fiverr. Thank you, Gbenga, for growing and mentoring me. Um, Tosin is also she and her husband, Fiverr, writing. I also have students on LinkedIn. Chiaka is one of my students. She got a part-time job that pays her 1.2 million naira on LinkedIn. That's in pounds. Yeah. So I also got Lad Victor is also another Victor. That one got his job from LinkedIn too. Then Violet landed her first gig on LinkedIn. John got the gig on LinkedIn. So you can see just Ola from Fiverr to same Ola with his testimonial. So yeah, so these are testimonials, or these are stories of people that have been able to do things for themselves on freelancing. They've been able to make jobs or get income for themselves. So, and that is why I'm going to show you how they did it. I'm going to show you the things they did, and I want you to pay attention so that you too can also get it. Okay, so basically, what is freelancing? What is, because everything I showed you are people that have been able to get jobs from freelancing and remote work. So what is freelancing? Freelancing is working from home. It's mobile work. Freelancing is using your phone or your PC to get a job. A freelancer is the definition of freelancer. A freelancer is an independent contractor, someone who is self-employed, someone who does not commit to a single employer, someone who works independently for, you can choose who you want to work with when you want to work. And remote work is working from home. And basically, the idea behind remote work, the idea behind freelancing is that you can work full time or part time, because freelancing does not stop your 9 to 5. Because I know some of you have some 9 to 5 or business that you're doing, but freelancing does not stop that. You can have this 9 to 5, you can have these full time jobs or business, and you can still do freelancing. You can make money in dollars and earn money in dollars. Basically, even though as we keep on saying dollars, 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 you know that as a country called Nigeria right now, dollars is important. Now, why is dollar important? Dollar is important because we are not exporting enough more than we are importing. So dollars is going up. We import a lot. Everything we do, we import, but we don't export. So it's demand and supply for those who are in economics. Now, dollars is going up and is affecting everything you do. Dollars is affecting the price of what you pay for things. And imagine you work, or imagine you're working in a place where they are paying you 100K, 200K, 300K, depending. Now, how many times or what do you need to do before they increase your salary? So let's say last year you got a job, 200K. I know before they increase your salary, I'm sure you have been proving worthy at work before that 200K becomes 300 or 500K. And that's just salary review. Now, but the beauty of dollars, and one of the beauty of people that have been earning in dollars is that with the current situation of Nigeria, the naira equivalent of their salary is going high, even without they getting any performance review or salary review by their up staff. So by the beginning of last year, okay, okay, okay. Let me run through some of the things I've talked about again. Sorry about that. Now, let me just run through fast and get to the point I run through. I realize some of you cannot see my screen. This is the first time I'm using this platform. Um, yeah, this is me. This is what I've done. I told you why you should listen to me. I shared Peter's story. I talked about how Peter has been able to make some money for himself. So you might have heard everything I talked about, but I just want to show you the slide because I realized some of you can't see the slides. Um, I talked about Sam. Sam met me last year. And from someone who earned $500 in 4 years, Sam has been able to do $30,000 in just last year alone, and he currently does 6,000 every month. He works with two clients. He got them via Upwork and LinkedIn. I talked about Ola. Ola has been able to take his family to the UK, um, and he started with one contract. Then I talked about Victor. How I checked his profile yesterday. Victor is from Ile-Ife, and Victor has been able to get this from just one client up to $55,000. You can do the conversion in naira. And I talked about how Victor's location is not a barrier for him, because we've had a lot of people who say, as a freelancer from Nigeria or from Africa, anywhere you are, you can't be successful unless you use a US account. And I tell them no. People like Victor, they use their account. So, and I talked about my other students like Adam's team, Toby have been able to make 9,000 from 12 in 60 days. Then Olarinwaju, and yeah, and I also talked about how it's not just only guys I have ladies too, Motun, Tony, Abisoye, Abisola, Temitayo. I mentioned how Temitayo got this with her first job. I also talked about how it's not just Upwork. I talked about how Tosin got from Fiverr, Susan from Fiverr. Tosin was able to get gigs with her husband from Fiverr, Susan too from Fiverr. I talked about how Chiaka got jobs from LinkedIn, part-time job, paying her in pounds, about 1.2 million. I talked about Chris got a job on LinkedIn too. Then Violet got her first gig on LinkedIn. Then also another Victor got a job on LinkedIn, told me. Yeah, then Ola, yes, Ola Sheyi got a job from Fiverr. Um, then I started talking about what remote work is and freelancing. Then I talked about then I've entered how the importance of dollars. So that's where I've been so far. Sorry for those who were not able to see my slides. I apologize. Yeah. So I mentioned the importance of dollars right now, saying you can be making the same money last year and this year in dollars, and your money is increasing in naira equivalent without doing anything, without getting an upward review. At the beginning of last year, $1 was around 450, 500. So that means if you're making $1,000 every month as a freelancer, by the beginning of January last year, that means you are going on with 450,000 or 500,000. Now this year, dollars went to 750. So that means if you are still making the same money you are making, that's the $1,000, you will be going on with 750K. Without, so you got an increase in salary seven from 450 to 750K without doing anything. Now that's one of the beauty of freelancing, and that's why I've been shouting dollars, dollars, dollars. Now, for those who is, how many people do you know get, how many people will get salary review from their naira salary and say, okay, you're being paid 450, you'll be paid 750 next year with the current subsidy dollar rates, so that's one of the importance of, and that's why you need to understand what freelancing is, and that's why you need to understand how to earn like these people have talked about. And I'm going to show you how to earn like these guys. Now, there are a lot of freelancing remote jobs platforms that you can earn from. Upwork, Fiverr, People Per Hour, TopTal. These are some of the top platforms. We have Angel Lists. You work remotely, remote jobs platforms too. So there's a whole lot of them. And freelancing is not limited to these platforms. There's a whole lot of, the landscape of freelancing is very, very is wider than this. We have, some freelance platforms are general like Upwork, Fiverr. Some freelance platforms are for graphic designers. Some freelance platforms are for web designers. Some freelance platforms are for marketers alone. Some freelance platforms are for IT people alone, translation alone, writers alone. So, and they are from, and most freelance platforms covers every niche. And so you can get freelance jobs from these places, you can get remote jobs from these places, and you can start earning like these people I showed you. And I'm going to show you how, and I'm also going to show you one or two practicals. Now, their skills and their high income skills. One of the things you need to be successful, to get remote jobs, to get freelance jobs, is skills. You need skills, and your skills are what you're hired based on. You need something that is valuable, that you can be paid for, and you can be paid high value. Now, those are the figures, or the figures I mentioned to you at the beginning are figures that people that have high income skills or people that have skills that are valuable, that's why they could be paid those skills. And for you to learn these skills, you can learn them anywhere. Now, I tell people there are a lot of platforms where you can learn these skills for free, including YouTube. I should even add YouTube here because YouTube is a university of universities. I've had people who have been able to use YouTube for themselves and they've been able to earn a lot from YouTube. Now, there are a lot of, so you should understand that if you are willing and ready to learn, YouTube, um, you'll be able to use YouTube, you'll be able to use Coursera, EDX, you'll be able to use these platforms to earn. Now I stopped sharing. I want to show you some practicals. Now, there are a lot of platforms, as I said, that you can earn these skills, learn these skills and earn money with these skills. So I'm going to be showing you practicals. I'm going to show you some of these platforms so you can see them. Most people know about the Upwork, the Fivers of this world, but it's more than freelancing is more than Upwork. Freelancing is more than Fiverr. There are other platforms, and if you can learn how to use these platforms, you can get jobs from this platform. Yes, I stopped sharing my screen. I want to show you some practicals. I want to show you practical before I go to the next section. Now, the idea is this, guys. The idea is this. Understand that the moment you have this showed you those skills, the moment you have the skills, then understand that you can use your skills to earn. Like the idea of freelancing, and guys, if you're not going to live here with anything, just live here with it that freelancing says, I have a skill. and I'm going to use that skills to make money. And I have someone who is ready to offer me money for that skills, for that particular skill. And this person will pay me XYZ. And that's all. So that's freelancing for you. Now, and as I said, there are a lot of freelancing platforms, and there are a lot of remote jobs platforms. So I'm going to be showing you all of them one by one. I'm showing you all of them one by one. And you should understand that each of these platforms, so before I go into them, these are the things you need to know. Each of these platforms have their rules and regulations. There are some rules that are across all platforms, there are some rules that are the same. But there are also rules that are not that are different across platforms. So you need to know the rules that are the same. You need to know the rules that are, but these are going to be covered because they are not rocket science. They are simple. They are simple things to know. They are simple things to know. Like the moment you know them, you are good to go. Now, most of you know about Upwork, most of you know about Fiverr, but do you know about other platforms apart from Upwork and Fiverr? I'm going to be showing you some of these platforms so that you can see for yourself. And I'm going to be showing you, I just run through some of the things, that these people that I showed you, the testimonials I showed you, the things they did to get or to be able to get the jobs they were able to get those big figures. I'm going to be showing you so that you can also apply the same thing for yourself. Now, we have Fiverr. I think some of you know what Fiverr is. Um, Fiverr is one of the top platforms. Fiverr is one of the top platforms where you can earn as a freelancer. Like, so, if you have the skills, remember we started talking about skills now, and there are different skills, and I'm going to be covering. Now, I'll be telling you about how to, some of the places you can learn. I've already mentioned how you can learn them, but I'm going to be showing you some things too. Now, there are different skills, and these skills, the moment you learn these skills, now the moment you learn these skills, then what do you do next? You take yourself to these platforms and you start earning. That's all. Now we have Fiverr. Fiverr is one of the top platforms, and if you look at it now, every platform you go to, you can always learn from the people on those platforms. You can always go through these people's profiles, see the things on their profile, and learn from it. So this is Fiverr. If you don't know what Fiverr is, you can type in fiverr.com and you can start earning. Immediately you sign up and you start earning. Now, another big platform is Upwork. Upwork is one of the biggest platforms, and there's a lot of jobs you can get on Upwork. Like if you, as a freelancer on Upwork, at every point in time, there are a lot. Like you see, first of all, when you log into your account, you can see jobs. The moment you log in, depending on your settings or depending on the jobs you fit in, depending on your categories. Like the moment you log into Upwork, so I don't know where you are, I don't know who you are. If you have skills already, you can go on Upwork today and you can start earning. See, creative marketer for web startup. Like, and this is how to go about it. The moment you go to this a platform like Upwork, you see what a client is offering. Remember, I told you that freelancing is you offering your value or your skills and you having people who are ready to pay for those skills. Now, take for example, this is a client, and now every information you need, I'm going to use this as an example. Every information you need is in this job post or in this job card, and these are examples of job cards. So now this person says, I'm looking for a creative marketer for a web startup. Now, then if when you log into your Upwork account, which is easy for you to create, and you look at this, is under digital marketing. If you have the digital marketing skills, first of all, you can read who the client is. You read who the client is first, then you see what other people are doing on the job so that you know who you are competing with. You see what other people have said about the client. Now, if you see, look at this. They said it was great working with Jeffrey Shen. Would love to work with him again. Like, so that means this client's name is Jeffrey Shen. And when you are submitting a proposal, you can use Jeffrey Shen to apply. You click on apply. It will cost you this number of connects, and I will explain what connects are. Along the way. Now, you read the job description, you apply for the job, and bam, you are good to go. Same applies to Fiverr. You create your gigs. You can check other people's gigs. You create your gigs. Clients click your gigs, and boom. Now, apart from Upwork and Fiverr, there are also other platforms you can check out. There are platforms like Guru.com. Guru is a freelancing platform. Guru is a freelancing platform that you can check out, and that's for the top platform is Upwork. Upwork is the top platform. So if you can't even get jobs on Upwork, you can go to Fiverr. If you can't get jobs on Fiverr, you can go to Guru. If you can't get jobs on Guru, there are other platforms. There's also People Per Hour. There's People Per Hour. You can go to People Per Hour. You can check out the jobs there. People Per Hour is similarly to Fiverr. So People Per Hour is, you can see there are a lot of jobs on People Per Hour. You can go there too. You can sign up as a freelancer. You can get jobs as a freelancer on People Per Hour. So this is People Per Hour. You can sign up. Um, yeah. But the thing is this: for you to even navigate these platforms, you need the right guidance, because that's the number one thing you need. You can, on your phone, on your PC right now, you can go to these platforms and just check them out yourself. But for you to navigate them, you need the right guidance. Now, another platform. Now, as I said, other than this platform, there are also platforms for job boards, like, we work remotely. And the idea is, I have stories from all these platforms. I have a student who has gotten jobs from Guru. I showed you some students who have gotten jobs from Fiverr. Now I have students who got jobs from People Per Hour. I have a student who got job from people who work remotely. He's currently in Portugal right now. His name is Okay. Okay got a, they started with him at $1,000. Then he was in Nigeria. So Okay got a $1,000 job in Nigeria. Now, the beauty of Okay's story when he got that job is that, Okay was struggling. He was working as a teacher 9 to 5. Then he got that job, $1,000. Then they sent Okay work laptop from abroad. They sent Okay. Now every Monday they do lunch, office lunch, remote work. Then they said, okay, money to buy office chair, remote office chair. So he got the office chair, they sent the laptop to him, and every Monday they send him money that he must buy lunch. You must buy the lunch and you must eat, you must eat that lunch via hand. They just made it compulsory. Now, okay, was able to make a lot of money. I got a client. I'm showing you where he got that particular client from this platform I just showed you. We work remotely. Now, okay was able to get the client. Okay was able to, he made a lot of money. Then he was able to travel to Portugal via nomad visa, for freelancers. So a lot of countries create visas for freelancers. Okay, use the Portuguese one. So if you can see, if you go to this platform, for example, you'll be able to see a lot of jobs, and this is called job boards. Depending on your niche, depending on your categories. This is so. I'm just trying to show you that it's not just Upwork alone that you can get jobs. There are a lot of other platforms that you can get jobs. So as you can see, if you're a programmer, if you're a customer support, sales, marketing, products, DevOps, writer, you can get jobs from this particular platform. Now, there's also, there's Indeed, there's LinkedIn. Now, if you know how to use Indeed, you can get a lot of jobs from Indeed too. Because now for the site I just showed you now, they will work remotely now. It's for remote jobs, basically. And I'm going to cover that. I'm going to tell you what the difference is, and I'm going to cover that, briefly. Now, you can get these jobs and you'd apply. You can see, know how to use the keyword, apply for those jobs. So this is Indeed. You can type in any job you want, if tell them we want it to be remote. Basically, if you're in Nigeria, you don't want to put on site for location. Now, these are the things most of the students I shared, these are the things they do, or these are the things they did to get these jobs. And I'm going to, yeah. So these are platforms. Is Indeed, there's even on LinkedIn. There's a way you can position yourself right on LinkedIn, and you would be able to get clients on LinkedIn. So those are I just showed you briefly: Upwork, Fiverr, Guru, People Per Hour. We work remotely. Indeed, I just showed you six, and there's a whole lot of more. There are more than 100 of them. That I've told you. There are more than 100. I just showed you six of them that you can always use. You can use 66 platforms, and the others too. You can also use the others too. It's not just the six. It's not limited to the six alone. Now, yeah. So basically, you must understand that using these platforms, you need the right guidance. Using these platforms, you need now. You can either do this on your own and spend 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to get it right, or you can have the right guidance. Which brings me to the next point: how to get unlimited clients as a freelancer. Now, basically, um, I had a course I created. I had a guide that I created about. I created this guide, which is full of courses, ebooks, templates, and all guides. And this guide took me, 8 years to create. Took me 7, 8 years to create. And it took me a lot of trial and error, see what works, see what's not working. And I was able to launch the guide. And from launching the guide, I was able to, get, put the right ingredients together and get a lot of testimonials, get people working and make it work for people. Now, if you look at it, this is some of the content of the guide. Now, my guide is called Freelancer Client Magnet. Now, why Freelancer Client Magnet? Because I said how to get unlimited clients as a freelancer. That's the theme, and that's why it is Freelancer Client Magnet. Now, if you look at the course content, now this is why I want to show you this course content. If you look at this course content, is and remember that I told you that there's more to freelancing than Upwork and Fiverr. So if you look at this course content, you will see there's acquiring unlimited clients, there's Upwork client magnet, which is number 4. If you look at it, number 4 is Upwork Client Magnet. Is on Upwork. So now I talked about how to use Upwork, how to leverage Upwork. Now I didn't just create one course for Upwork. I created 2, which is Upwork Mastery Crash Course. That's a 1 hour course. If you can see it here, 1 hour 11 minutes. In 1 hour, you'll be able to master Upwork with that particular course. Now, I also did not stop at that. I created LinkedIn client magnets. Now, because remember I told you that it's not just Upwork alone. And it's not about me telling you. I'm also going to, I cover that in this guide, in this course. Now, my LinkedIn client magnet covers how to get jobs on LinkedIn. Then I also created freelancer pricing magnet. Now, one of the challenges freelancers face is how to get how to price the right way. So freelancer pricing magnet covers that. Then number 8 is remote jobs magnet. Remember that I showed you Indeed. I showed you we work remotely. Now, how do you navigate those sites? If you don't know how to navigate those sites, you're going to struggle. You're going to submit a lot of proposals or a lot of you send a lot of CVs and they will answer you. So that's covered in remote jobs magnet. How to use remote jobs platform like we work remotely, Indeed, and so on. Then Fiverr, Fiverr is also there because nowadays Fiverr can do as they do because most Nigerians, I've had a lot of Nigerians tell me how I've had Nigerians who have made a lot of money from Fiverr, and I've also had Nigerians who have told me how their account got blocked on Fiverr for one reason or the other, which I don't know. Now, then cold email magnets. Now, I created a particular course for cold emails. In this course, you have resources on how to send cold emails. Then there are 130 templates. So I created 130 templates on how to send cold emails because I realized people don't even know how to send cold emails. You see people busting into a stranger and you don't even know how to position yourself as a stranger, like to a stranger. Then freelancer portfolio magnet covers how to create your portfolio. Then extra magnets covers all the extra platforms. So these are the things in the course. These are the things in the guide. Now, I've had people who have been able to use this guide and get results for themselves. So if you look at this, if you look at Ade, he said, it looks like jazz because he now I showed you at the beginning, I showed you people who made the plenty money. But let me just show you people who just got their first offer. People who forgot them because understand that don't be discouraged by those big testimonials or those big money you see. You will get there. If you follow the right guidance, you would get there. Now, they got he got my resources and if you can see what he said, it looks like jazz. That as he was still editing his portfolio, he started getting offers immediately. Now look at Modupe Olatu finally got my first offer. Look at Emeka. See, he said, "Good evening, Coach Gbenga. I will say that I feel so embarrassed at how your templates work like juju." So yes, now included in these resources, included in my course, there's a particular place where I created 45 templates, 45 proposal templates. Why